If we were going to do if we knew then what we know now 2012 draft, who goes first to the Colts, Andrew Luck or Russell Wilson?
Ooh, that is a really good question, Mike. Ooh, gosh. Man. Well, I mean, if we knew what we knew now, and we know, it's hard to do that just off a blank slate. But of course, Russell Wilson's been healthy, and Andrew Luck missed a year of football. So I would probably give Russell Wilson the edge in that department. But Russell had also had the benefit of growing into what he is now as a player because he had a great support system. I know everyone's going to look at Andrew Luck and go, well, he went to the playoffs the first few years. Yeah, but those teams weren't that good, and it was a lot about Andrew Luck hanging in the pocket and making big-time plays, and that's why his body got beat to crap. But Wilson, also to his defense, had to grow up playing a style of football that was defense, running the ball. Hey, Russell, don't take any chances. Don't turn the ball over. He has to play for a defensive head coach, and that's not always easy as a quarterback. And I give him credit for that, for the numbers that he puts up consistently on a year-to-year basis.
I still think it would be Luck, and I look at it this
probably.
way: if you put Luck on the Seahawks since 2012, think about it. It was the defense that carried that team early on. You add Andrew Luck to the mix with the team that he would have had around him, and I know the offensive line has been suspect there, but it was suspect in Indianapolis, and he was still pretty damn good. And I think it would have been easier for an Andrew Luck to walk into the Seahawks locker room and be accepted. It was a struggle for Russell Wilson. I mean, think about it. Richard Sherman, his former college teammate, would have been there. Andrew Luck and Richard Sherman would have had a better relationship right out of the gates than Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson ever had. So I think Andrew Luck in Seattle would have been as successful, if not more successful, than Russell Wilson. So I still think Luck before Wilson if that choice were made all over again. But some of the names of the guys drafted before Russell Wilson, and I know it's inexact, but my God, the guy lasted until pick 75. Robert Griffin, Trent Richardson, Justin Blackmon, Matt Khalil, just in the top 10.
Right.
These guys, Morris Claiborne, Ryan Tannehill, Miami Dolphins. You could have had Russell Wilson. We were talking yesterday about how, hey, the Dolphins should call the Seahawks if they don't work out this deal in Seattle for Wilson. They could have had him with the 8th overall pick, but it was that stigma of the small quarterback that Wilson has overcome in a major way, and now he will make $157 million over the next 5 years. There's a no-trade clause in this contract. And Wilson, again, I don't know how long it's going to last, but he's the highest-paid player in NFL history, and he will he will hold that for, I think, until Patrick Mahomes, whenever that deal is done, whether it's right after the 2019 season, before the 2020 season, whenever Mahomes signs his next contract, that's when Wilson goes back to being number 2.
Yeah, that's right. He's got about 11 months. March of 2020, he's done. Mahomes will be the king there. What I would really be interested to know, just with all the stuff we've heard, Russell Wilson, I'm going to have a deadline, the Seattle Seahawks, and, some of the rumors we've heard there, and the Jack Del Rio comments from last week, and everything that's kind of swirled around this conversation. Colin Cowherd, you brought that up about him here in New York, all that. I would love to know, and I know, Paul Allen is no longer with us, but I believe it's his sister, right, Mike, that's running the team now? Am I correct with that? I just want to know, I wonder if they got involved in this a little bit, and we're like, hey, cut out the nonsense. He's our guy. Let's go. Get it done. He's the franchise going forward. I just wonder if ownership got involved or got in the ear of a John Schneider and Pete Carroll in this and overruled them a little bit, or were John Schneider and Pete Carroll going down this road no matter what? I would love to know that aspect of it. I don't know that at this time, but these are the type of decisions that owners usually do get very involved in.
Yeah, and look, whatever the owner's position, you learn a lot about an owner based upon what he or she does in a situation like this. Do you defer to your football people, or do you step in and say, pay what it takes to get this deal done? I don't care. We need this guy. We can't afford a reality where we're going year to year, where maybe he will leave. Look, the bottom line is he's staying. He's recommitted to Seattle. But I think there was one hell of a poker face that was attached by him and by his agent, Mark Rogers, because they scared Seattle. Seattle believed he wanted to play elsewhere. And the report that Peter King had yesterday, that it was now or never, that if they didn't do a long-term deal as of yesterday for Russell Wilson, he was never signing another long-term contract with the Seahawks ever again. If that is the message that was being communicated to the Seahawks, that's why they thought he was intent on playing elsewhere. If you're never going to sign a long-term contract, if this window closes without one, but they got it done. He's staying put. He's happy to be there, and good job by Mark Rodgers and Russell Wilson to sell this idea that they were playing hardball, because I think you don't get the $35 million a year in new money if you don't scare the crap out of the Seahawks.
That's right, and I understand him playing hardball, because I think he's also sitting there going, wait, I mean, since I've been here, we go to the playoffs every year. I make magic happen in the fourth quarter no matter what. Every game, we're down by 12. We're down by 14. We might not come back to win it, but I'm Russell Wilson, and we're in the conversation for maybe pulling it off almost every fourth quarter because of the magic he can do. So he makes a deadline because he's going, come on, you guys have seen me for 7 freaking years now. I mean, how much more do you have to see? You don't think I'm the guy? There's better options out there. So, again, the continuing of the knowledge of business aspects, so that the NFL player is growing in that department, if I'm making sense there, is impressive. I mean, I just think we're seeing a lot of players lately make some really hard-line business decisions to get the maximum amount of dollars or get the most out of their situation, and good for Russell Wilson for doing that in this instance.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.